What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Consulting is a great profession, or at least that's what I've tried to make it out to be on this channel. From videos where I talk about why you should go into consulting to the typical entry-level salary, there are many different reasons why many are interested in going into this field. If you haven't seen those videos that I just mentioned, then I'll be sure to link them in my bio below for you to check out after this one. Today though, I want to change things up by talking about the pros and cons of consulting. Please keep in mind that something someone might consider to be a drawback might be a benefit to someone else, and vice versa. So remember that what I'm sharing is more subjective, yet there is some consistency between the firms and what other consultants do feel. Before getting into it though, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to help out my channel. Also, be sure to stick around till the end of this video for an announcement you don't want to miss. Since I don't want this video to be all positives, then to just go into all the negatives, I'll be mixing the pros and cons together, so I hope you can follow along with the back and forth. I'm the type of guy who likes to start off on a positive note, so the first pro of consulting are the opportunities. I've mentioned these before in other videos, but the work you'll be doing provides you with opportunities like no other profession. Depending on the type of firm you're working at, you're likely to be exposed to different industries and responsibilities. Therefore, many consultants agree that no 2 days are the same within this field. From scheduling client interviews, to completing more technical work in Microsoft, to collaborating and sharing your work with other consultants, the opportunities in your work are significant. On the same note, you're able to grow within that company or profession. There are many who like to chase the almighty dollar, so they're going to be jumping between companies to make a couple more bucks. But when you stay at a firm, you're likely just to learn more. That's why many consultants agree that what an associate at one company knows might be less than the required associate at the new firm they've pivoted into. Growing in that company also allows you to develop your network, something that I'm very fond of, if you haven't already noticed on my channel. Jumping to one of the most common cons that many consultants and people just talk about is the hours invested in their work. As an entry level at the MBB or Big Four, you can easily be spending north of 50 hours per week working, traveling to and from client sites, last-minute slide preparations, and late nights in the office can be exhausting when you have to do the same thing week after week after week. That's why many consultants feel burnt out after a couple years and aren't happy with their work anymore. After speaking with several consultants at the MBB, I've heard that especially as you move up the ladder, you're expected to work even more hours because of the increased responsibility. So if you're looking for the traditional 9 to 5, consulting, well, may not be that kind of profession. But as a token of appreciation for your service, you're likely to be compensated for your time and effort. Therefore, the second pro is the average consultant salary. Without spoiling too much if you're interested in checking out my other videos where I talk about consulting salaries at the MBB or Big Four, consultants leave with pretty hefty paychecks, perks, and bonuses to make up for their time. With even certain companies paying their consultants north of $250,000 before hitting the age of 30, this can be a very big reason why many are drawn towards consulting from the get-go. With the long hours comes expectations, more deadlines, and well, ultimately more work. The likelihood of working in a stressful or high-intensity environment is almost inevitable. Similar to investment banking, you're working with high achievers who are gunning to do well professionally. If you're interested in checking out my other video where I share the differences between banking and consulting, I'll link that in my bio as well for you. Consultants tend to be looking for that next promotion, and if you're at a firm that has an up or out motto, then well, good luck. Some top producing consulting firms maintain their competitive cut by enforcing an up or out model, meaning that if you don't move up or get a promotion, you're moving out or getting fired. Keep in mind though that it takes time before these steps are taken, and they usually have performance reviews, coaches, and other aspects to keep you on track and to move up. I'd like to think that no firm or no person has the intention of getting you fired, especially if you're doing well, but they want to make sure that you're always hitting your maximum potential. Therefore, the stress of making sure you've accomplished what you need to and the constant thought lingering in the back of your mind that you aren't going to lose your job can be a bit much for some to handle. You may think that the last pro is similar to the first that I mentioned, but I'll make sure that it's not, and that's the experiences you'll be making. Through working with different project leaders, teammates, clients, and industries, the experiences you'll be making are tremendous. When you think about other careers like sales or marketing or engineering, not that there's anything wrong with those at all, you're likely going to be doing the same thing or working with the same people. Consulting is different than almost any other career I've seen. By either traveling to the client side or working remotely, you'll experience what it takes to meet and exceed expectations. These types of opportunities can serve as experiences like no other. You're also able to stimulate your problem-solving ability and experience why one approach that worked for one project won't work for the other and how you should adapt accordingly. Now, jumping into the last con, which ties well with the other cons that I've mentioned, like the hours and stress, because these can both accumulate and adversely affect your lifestyle. Many consultants feel burnt out because their lifestyle has been affected. Going to the airport twice or 3 times in a week, working endless hours in the office, stress and anxiety build up from client expectations can all be a little too much to handle. But again, there are many consultants that I know personally who are able to balance their work and life appropriately and enjoy what they're doing. You know what? I'll let you even use me as an example. As you can probably feel from this video, you might think that there might be more severe cons than beneficial pros, and that's really not the case. If you think that, then I'd highly recommend you check out the dozens of other videos I've made on this channel for you to decide for yourself. But if you are unsure of whether or not you want to pursue a career in consulting, then feel free to visit my website ryanroffe.com and use the promo codes in my bio below to schedule a one-on-one appointment. On my website, you can also find other services like resume edits, case interview preparation, and so much more. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I do have a big announcement to make. As I mentioned in last week's consulting video, but also this past Monday, I've made over 50 quality videos ranging on different topics that will hopefully help in your career prospects. Now, I'm someone who's a firm believer in sharing quality over quantity, and that's just what this channel is about. Since I feel like I've hit most of my ideas, I'm going to be taking several weeks off from sharing videos to gather my thoughts and come back with even better videos for you guys. I'm thinking of going into more personal finance and how that can be applied to what you do as a consultant, but that's only a thought. If you do have any other video suggestions though, then be sure to let me know in the comments below. So I hope you understand, and with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you found this video helpful. As I've mentioned before, I upload videos twice a week on Mondays and Wednesdays, so be sure to subscribe to not miss out. If you'd like more specialized guidance when it comes to getting into consulting or going through the interview process, then I highly recommend you check out my website ryanroffe.com and use the promo codes in the bio below for one-on-one guidance. As always, thanks. Until next time.